are clear. Indian economy will go back 10 years. So we said, learn from history. Learn from this great United States of America, which had a president by the name of Richard Milhouse Nixon, who was a great statesman and a friend of Pakistan. He had the courage, the vision, the will in 1971 to reach out to an enemy whom they did not recognize or even accept, the People's Republic of China. And Pakistan provided the platform, the Chaklala for them. So we said to the Americans also, please live up to your principles of human rights and democracy. You gave self-determination to South Sudan, to East Timor. Why should Kashmiris suffer just because they don't have oil, or they are not in Europe, or they are not Christians? That is not, these are double standards, and these are not acceptable. And secondly, we said, don't look at Pakistan through Indian lenses. We don't want that. India should not have a veto on that. Whatever you want to do with Mr. Modi, fine, it's up to you. But with us, we have to have a separate, important relationship. And thirdly, we said that please, we know you have made mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. Make new mistakes. Don't repeat old ones. So I think it's important. I think we had a resonance of what we did starting from Monday. As the ambassador said, yesterday's briefing of the State Department and our meetings in the White House and the State Department, they said we recognize Pakistan's legitimate concerns. They do not agree with India on Indus Waters Treaty. They do not agree with India on Balochistan and Gilgit-Baltistan. They do not agree with India that Pakistan is fighting the most successful inland war against terrorism. And they do not agree with India on this jingoism and its war history. And I think, based on my limited experience, whatever I have as a journalist, and Dr. Shazare and I were exchanging notes, we expect that the new American administration, 20th of January 2017 onwards, they will push and prod India towards engagement with Pakistan, dialogue with Pakistan. I think the ball is now in our court. We should send good envoys here. The embassy is of course here, but the embassy needs to be supplemented. Because there are things which embassies cannot do. They cannot talk that frankly as we did. When they said Pakistan will be isolated, I said, what nonsense. Today, Russian troops are in Pakistan having military exercises. The Iranian Navy is in Karachi. OIC is supporting us. Human Rights Council is supporting us because we are a key country. We have options. Our options are not closed because it's an important country. And that's important to understand. So the message, I think, has gone out loud and clear. It has been heard with a positive receptivity, and the resonance of the message is going to be felt, I would say, in taking policy towards at least more sensitivity to Pakistani interests and concerns. Now, the embassy under the leadership of the ambassador, who is a very experienced person, because I say Jalil Abbas Jilani is a battle-inoculated ambassador. He's come from Delhi. So, you know, Delhi means war zone. And I have a very personal relationship with the ambassador, because when I was performing Hajj in 1985, I stayed with him and his wife. They were newlyweds, but they were very gracious hosts. And that, I'm glad, after so many years, that gracious host, whether it's the Saraiki culture or the personal, the Sayyid culture, or his own Mr. Jilani and his family's great family background values, that is intact. I'm so glad that he is still the Kula Dula ambassador, not the stiff upper lip. Mashallah, we are very happy that he is taking this forward as an opening batsman, and Dr. Shazare and I, when we go back to Pakistan, we are preparing a policy recommendation. It's not just Guftan, Nashistan, Barkhastan. That we came, we had coffee with him, khana unke saath khaya, gupshup mari. No. We are going to give policy recommendations. Thak, thak, thak. What is to be done? Karna kya hai? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she and I will see the Prime Minister personally and tell him exactly what is the way forward, because in 2017 there is a new opportunity and a new administration. So we should present our case forcefully, दिली के साथ और हमारे लोगों का तर्जुमानी भी करें, उनका केस भी प्रेजेंट करें, कश्मीरी अवाम का, पाकिस्तान का, और इंशाल्लाह build a better tomorrow for South Asia, for Pakistan, a better tomorrow with no overlords and no underdogs. Pakistan, Zindabad.